Hi, we are John and Samantha. Welcome to our channel, Vintage RV Adventures. We bought our motorhome in July 2021, and with the help of a Rob the Builder, we have spent that time rebuilding the motorhome from what was a salvage wreck. This year, we're going to complete our motorhome project, and we will soon be on our way visiting some lovely parts of the UK, when we'll also take Shelby, our German Shepherd dog, along for the ride. So please do follow our journey. We look forward to having you along.
Morning guys, Monday morning, back on the RV again. Going to finish off the laminate flooring sometime this week and go into the toilet and put some lino down in there as well. And there's a bit of painting to be done on the sideboards and a few kickboards to be put up, but let's crack on with it and see how far we get. Okay guys, we've now got some skirting board cut to size that we want. That's going to go in situ there. It hasn't been painted yet, but just thought I'd give you guys an idea what we're actually doing and how it's looking. And we've also done some down the back as well. There we go guys, the piece now has been cut in for the front of the shower, and then we've got the skirting that's going all the way around the back and all the way back up again. Oh, that piece has fell off. And another little job guys, I'll put a bit of quadrant across the back down there. I've got to stick those down there just to finish off. That's where the material is going for the backrests, and all the way across there as well. But just makes it look a lot neater and tidy. Again, I've got to fix those in there, so it just finishes things off. Nice finishing touches. Okay guys, we've managed to salvage some of the MDF that we've been using and use it as skirting boards, kickboards. These are going to be taken off again and painted, but you can see now they're all in situ. There's a couple of joints in there because the pieces weren't long enough. Never throw anything away to the very end of the job. They always come in use, but those can be filled. And you can see it comes all the way around the back as well, to stop anybody from damaging anything. We've also had a delivery of some quarter beads and some plastic piping here that I've got a use for around the shower, which we'll come back to that in a little bit of a while. Okay guys, we've got a bit of the lino left over, and Sammy's come up with a great idea to actually put some of the lino on the floor. Now the beauty of this is it's cushioned, so it should stop stuff from actually moving about as well. Plus it will stop any marks, and we're not going to stick it down, as you can see from there, just in case we want to replace it. So we're going to use that and put it in some of the cupboards. Okay guys, part of today's job is to create a watertight seal over this ledge here that enters the shower. John's a bit concerned about water getting through and penetrating and destroying the wood. So I've come up with an idea, and I'm just about to show you. Right, the ideal thing was to actually get a piece of plastic that's a U-shaped piece of plastic. We couldn't find one and we wanted to do the job. So while we was walking around one of the builder supplies where we get some materials from, I come across this square guttering, just simple plain square guttering. And the idea behind it was to actually take the guttering, which is the length there, and cut that section out. Okay, and then I've created a U-shape cover for the shower. I'll show you how it fits in just a minute. Okay guys, so that's the lip that we're trying to make sealed. So what we'll do is place that over the top of it, like so, and place it down. And then when we have this bead here that's in situ, that will come across there, and we create a nice watertight seal so there's no water can actually get through and destroy the timber underneath. Problem solved. Okay guys, now you can see it's in situ with the bead on the side, corner round. We haven't siliconed it up yet, we haven't glued them in yet, but you can see that's going to be the finish of the whole thing. So once it's all glued in and set, we've got ourselves a watertight shower. Okay guys, there we go. I've siliconed it all in. I had to obviously get the job done as quick as I possibly could. The silicon seems to be going off quick in this bloody hot weather, but it's all good, it's all done. But as you can see now, it's completely watertight around, so there's no water actually going to leak out there. No water going to get in the wood. But I think hopefully you'll agree that that looks absolutely stunning. And there you go guys, the toilet is now ready to install. All the beading's been put in, it's all been sealed, so there's no leaks can happen in there, just in case there's any spillages. Mainly from John, not Samantha. But there you go, that's all done. And next time we look at that, you should have the toilet in there. And now we've finished off behind the bed as well. Just going to take the skirting off and paint it, but you can see there it's all finished. And my famous wedges to stop anything from moving and sliding about. Okay guys, we've painted the skirting on this side as well. And as you can see, we finished it off, and that finishes off the shower and the entrance to the shower, an absolute treat. When this paint is hardened up and gone off, there's going to be a white bead of silicone all the way across there, so any water that's come down comes straight over that and onto the mat that's going to go onto the floor as well. So that's that finished, which is nice. Okay guys, you can see we've put the skirting board on into the kitchen as well. That's finished off. There's one joint to be finished at the top there, which we're going to do when this has gone off. This has been finished now, and all the masking tape's been taken off, and we put a nice clean joint on with the quadrant coming across. As you can see, the skirting board and the kickboard, the baseboard is on to stop any scuffs and marks. Okay, we've also got the skirting board on around the back guys. As you can see, it's all been painted and all been fixed in and glued in with all the white trims, so that's just finished off another little job. Okay guys, so we've now put the curtains up at the back, the rear of the RV where they're going to sit. You can see it's all finished off now. All that remains is the cushions and the foam to go onto the seats, so it's all finished down there. Okay, and we've also managed now to get some towel rails up as well. There is a pole coming across there for the shower curtain, but we've got 2 rails up, and we've got a soap dish to hang your flannel and that round thing, I don't know what's called, the
scrunchie.
Scrunchie, thank you. Scrunchie thing on there, but you've got place for your shampoo and conditioner, whatever you want to do. Not that John needs conditioner, but Sammy will do. And we've also put some towel rails, coat rail here, hooks here as well. This will obviously disappear, but you can see we've got 3 for the coats when they've been out on a windy day or a cold day, whatever the case may be. Okay guys, and then we've also had a spare one, so what I've done is put one on the end here for Sammy for a tea towel, so she can hang a tea towel on, then it's easy access as well. So there we go. It's all coming together. Okay guys, we just had another delivery, which is the glass stroke perspex for the front door, because the one had over the years shattered. So I'm just taking off the protective film and we're going to install it. Okay guys, I've got the frame off. Just going to clean this up here and put some clear silicone in there, then we're going to install that the perspex around there and make a nice watertight seal. So I'll be back to you in a bit. Oh, there you go guys, the new perspex is in, not broken, all been sealed from the outside. As you can see there, it looks a lot better than what it did before. We've got some seal in there. What we've got to do is let that seal go off, and then we can actually clean around the edge around there, but it's all been sealed. And there's another little job done.
And the toilet, we've got a stainless steel toilet roll holder. Put that on, Sam. There we go. Just the job.
Okay, we're just going to have a look at this toilet, guys. We've tried to clean it up, but it's got some sort of, I think, grounding dirt, I think. So what we're going to do is use a buffer that we've had in our tool inventory, and this stuff here, and we're going to see if we can actually clean this down.
We'll put a link in the description below, guys.
Yeah.
If this works, and so you can get some yourself if you want some.
Let's have a see. Let's have a guys, we give it a rub over, and we take a nice clean cloth and just wipe it through, and you can see turning it into what looks like a brand new toilet. Now bear in mind, this is the original toilet that still works, so it's a fair few years old, but a few more passovers with the machine, you can see how clean it actually comes up. Okay guys, just before we install the toilet, we're going to give it a good clean inside as well with a jet wash, so I'd stand back a bit if I was you, John. Right, there you go guys, one toilet. Considering it was back in the 1980s it was actually installed. It looks quite good, got the instructions on. And just for information guys, I don't know whether you know this, but we found a little price tag on it as well, so it probably was a replacement. $163.19 that cost back in the day. So next job now is just to install it, and the toilet's complete. Okay guys, this was the original bolt for the toilet that went through into a clamp and come up, but unfortunately we've tried and we cannot get a nut to fit on the American size. We've tried everything, that won't go any further. So what we've done is, always on one of our recces, we had a look at this bolt here, and we created the same situation with a grinder on the bench. As you can see, that does the job perfectly, and we're going to install that. Okay, what happens guys with these is they slot into there, and that creates the uplift, and you can tighten it down. So all you need to do is place the toilet on top and screw it down, so which is what we'll try and do now. There's the one side. Always one side goes in, doesn't it? There you go. Right, so the toilet's in situ. All that remains now is for the toilet. There we go. Straighten the toilet up, and then we'll put the bolts on, and that's the toilet secure. And what we're going to do is probably a little bit later on is fill some water in the tank and get this thing to work. All we've got to do guys is just tighten these nuts up. Oh sorry, tighten these nuts up, and that is the toilet done. There we go guys, another week in the RV. I think you can see the whole thing coming together now. There's a few little bits and bobs to do, but I can't emphasize enough guys, you need to go back to the first video to have a look what the van was and what it is now. We'll leave a card at the end of the video so you can have a look at it, but please have a look at it guys and see the work that we've done, and I think you'll all agree it's absolutely phenomenal. So please subscribe to us guys, it's only a couple of clicks away, and we'll have some more content for you next week, finish off some touches, and we've also got the outside to do as well. So onwards and upwards guys, and thank you for all your support.